Stop fucking saving money. Whatever you have, spend it now. The tomorrow that you are saving for may not even come. So fuck it. Enjoy the fruits of your labor while you still have life in your body. Let future you deal with future problems. Don't leave your money behind to be enjoyed by lawyers, opportunistic family members, and the fucking government. Spend your fucking money and live before you die. That is all.
Welcome to Toytuber Expo. This weekend, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tons of action figures for sale. A wide variety of figures and vendors, including Valiverse, Mythic Legions, Empire Toy Shop, and a ton of vendors with everything from Marvel Legends to Classified to NECA and Mezco, and tons in between. Customs, dioramas, and accessories from Duarte Studios, Detour Customs, and Lone Wolf Labs. Q&A panels all throughout the day with a huge announcement from Valiverse during the panel. Tons of toy tubers and collectors unite to laugh, chill, buy action figures, and have a good time. All in one place. Toytuber Expo. This Sunday, August 17th, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, Holiday Inn. Ninja, 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 ninja.
You know we stay collecting, stressing, what's new, what's impressing. How well can this thing move is the question. This is the articulation section. Action figures help cure my depression. Paint apps detail, what's that price at retail? Look at all these poses I complete well. Damn, this thing is moving. Anything less is losing. Articulation on this thing, I must say I'm approving. True to me, true to me, true to me. I'm staying true to me. Damn, these action figures all look new to me. Ain't nobody here lying, see. Ain't no company buying me. Say I'm chillin', that's fine with me. Action figures is what I collect. Life's too short, no time to stress. Simply just forget the rest, don't forget no regrets. It's not all about the toy, you know, ayy. It's about the memories it holds, ayy. Action figures is what I collect. Life's too short, no time to stress. Simply just forget the rest, don't forget no regrets. It's not all about the toy, you know, ayy. It's about the memories it holds, ayy.
Ninja, 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 ninja.
Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, toy hunting, it's time to go. Action Force, Valiverse, I'm gonna try to get it first. Ramen toy by Ace, those vehicles we chase. Figure arts we all in, yeah, got McFarlane. Storm, collectibles, yeah, it's all acceptable. Mythic Legions, got a dragon, see it breathing. Many toys, making noise, got them Necco, we them boys. Jada Toys, always kill it, Jada Toys. Loose, collector, you know they getting better. Who we finna mention next? Savage Crucible, no less. My effects and Mezco, yeah, I'm screaming let's go. Thickies looking juicy, amazing Yamaguchi. Sesray, got the curves in the best way. Second X, got them curves, that's a death trap, yeah. Too many figures in my life, of course. Damn, got my bank account on life support. I collect, life's too short, no time to stress. Simply just forget the rest, don't forget no regrets. It's not all about the toy, you know, ayy. It's about the memories it holds, ayy. Action figures is what I collect. Life's too short, no time to stress. Simply just forget the rest, don't forget no regrets. It's not all about the toy, you know, ayy. It's about the memories it holds, ayy.
Ninja, 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 ninja.
What is going on, everybody? I know that it's kind of late. It is, but I was not going to go live at the same time. My brother's over on the Mega Powers podcast, so they just wrapped up their live. We are live. It is now 10 p.m. Do you know where your action figures are? I missed that. I missed that from the 90s a lot. Let me bring in my support and my help. Otherwise, I'm gonna embarrass myself up here. Give me 1 second.
What's up? What's up? We outside
Does
this
my
weekend.
I know, man. Does my audio sound okay?
Yes, it does, babe.
It's late, so it's taking a while for people to trickle in. But we are chilling. We're chilling. We're excited for this weekend. If you don't know, this weekend is the Toytuber Expo, which is my convention. Me and my partner Joe Vettery, we put this thing together ourselves, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited. I'm really happy. Just pull this up on screen real quick, just so you guys can see right there. And
That
if you do want,
exclusive looks beautiful.
yes, I know. We're gonna take a look at it tonight. And if you want some more info, just that'll pop up during the live from time to time. Just scan it with your phone. But it is this weekend from 10 to 5, right? 10 a.m. to
Yeah.
5 p.m. in Hasbrook Heights, the Holiday Inn in New Jersey. And I'm super excited. We have so many creators coming, so many talented people, so many great collectors. I get to meet channel members for the first time. I'm just really, really excited. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that, man.
What's up, Tim Taser? What's up,
So,
Stu? I see
so
you guys.
tonight we are chilling. I'm not trying to go too late. We got to be up early in the morning to start the prep for this weekend. But we're just chilling tonight. Let me turn this down. There we go. We have a ton of great customizers and accessory guys. There was always three that came to mind. Unfortunately, 78 points is not in America. So I couldn't get 78 out to this one. But we had Detour Customs. I really like his accessories. I purchased a few of his swords. I think almost everybody has purchased his flame swords, and now he's doing some really great stuff with boats and stuff like that. We also had Lone Wolf Labs. And those two guys right there, I like their work a lot. And even though all these guys are doing dioramas and accessories, they're all still pretty different and pretty unique in their own ways. Some of them specify in just 3D prints straight off of the plate. Others put a little bit more of their uniqueness to it after it gets off of the plate. They put some time, some paint apps. Some people design from scratch. They don't just print from files and stuff. And one of the people that designed completely from scratch, and he gets a lot of my respect because I used to do 3D printing back in the day, and I used to love just finding a file on Thingiverse or Coats 3D, and I had a few websites that I would go to. But this guy designs completely from scratch. He takes basic shapes and make them into something very, very beautiful. And he will also be at Toytuber Expo, so I'm excited that he will be there. So let's not even waste any more time. Let's get him right out here. Shout out to this guy. Yo.
What up?
What's going on? Let me fix these screens, man. Let me try to get it a little bit more equal. There we go.
Nice.
Look at all that stuff behind you, man.
It's a wall.
It's beautiful.
It's a wall. Thank you.
Yeah, that
a great wall
crazy.
of exclusive.
Right. And I'm seeing a few less red and more white. So does that mean that the red is an exclusive?
The red is an exclusive to the exclusive.
Okay, so red is the exclusive to the exclusive.
Yep.
I was messing around with mine earlier today just because, and I keep it on my desk. I was recently live with Yojo Jerk and the Mega Powers crew.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was live with them, I don't know if anybody know, I was just randomly spinning it because it reminds me of like a fidget spinner with how smooth it is. It's addicting.
Yep.
Right? So this is the Toytuber Expo exclusive. Yojo Jerk has an amazing video. Hey. Shout out to Action Figure Addict. Yep. So Yojo Jerk put out an amazing review of this thing. I didn't do anything but highlight it, but he put out a really good review and he showed what it could do and how nice it looks and how easy it was, as you guys can see, to literally just swap on and off parts. Literally, it just is that simple. I can't even see from this side. Oh, yeah, and it just pops right back in. So this thing is really nice. And I'm assuming you designed this from scratch, or did your mom help you on the low? What's going on?
Well, my mom said that even when she does help me, to not say that she helped me, you know, to take all the credit. So we'll leave. We'll just pretend she didn't help me. But Besides my mom helping, yes, I designed it from scratch.
I'm just always looking for a way to take credit away from you. Like I don't want to give you all the credit, so that's why I throw her in there. Um,
The printer printed the parts.
yes, it did print the parts.
I didn't print them.
Now, I kind of wanted to talk about 3D printing tonight because I gave you no overview. You had no foresight of what the topic was going to be about, other than Toytuber Expo and possibly bringing up this exclusive that you created. You have no real guidance for what we're going to talk about tonight, but I kind of just wanted to talk about 3D printing in general. And clearly you're experienced. Hopefully one day I can get all three of you guys on the screen at the same time to hear how different your takes would be as far as you and Detour. Everybody loves Detour, man. Shout out to Detour. He's always showing love. He's showing love to you, to me. And same with Lone Wolf Labs. But I have you here now, right? So I get to pick your brain a little bit, right?
Yep.
And then you've seen I did post about a Q&A, just asking people if they had any questions. I did get a few DMs, so I'll ask you those questions that I got in my DMs. And before we even get into that, I just wanted to ask you, every year technology gets better and better, right?
Yep.
Where do you see the future of 3D printing? And in the action figure world, when I talk about hospitals and in the action figure world, where do you see 3D printing being at 3 to 5 years from now? I know it's a blanket question, so you can go in a lot of directions with that. But in general, in the action figure world, where do you see 3D printing going 3 to 5 years from now? Facts. Facts model.
I see it being a lot more mainstream as far as more people doing it themselves, so to speak, because similar to, Fortnite, since that was brought up earlier, you can just get the game and you can play and enjoy it, or you can spend that extra money, buy those skins, etc. So I feel like companies may still produce, base figures, but who's to say that they're like, hey, you want the accessories? Here's a monthly fee, or here's a subscription where you could download the vest and this and that, because the printing is so much easier and less cleanup, just a lot less post work in general. And I kind of feel like that goes with where I think 3D printing is going to go in general, period, where back in the day, people didn't have a fax machine, and then they didn't have printers, like paper printers. Now everybody's got that. You got a blender. You got machines that'll make you smoothies, all kinds of stuff no one even thought about. So I feel like 3D printers will become so generic that when you're using your Dyson vacuum and one of the pieces breaks and you contact them via warranty, they ask for the serial number and say, cool, we're sending you the file for that part, and now you get to print that replacement part. It saves them money. Like, I feel like it's going in that route. So I see the same thing similar with action figures, and we can go down any road of which direction it would go. But I feel like that's the main direction, where it's more, let's take the work out of the business and kind of like, the self-serve kind of thing, right? Where it's like, hey, check yourself out. Why do we need cashiers? So we're essentially paying all this money and making them more money because we're doing their job for them. So I feel like it's going to be similar to that.
That's very true. I could definitely relate to that. I think it's going to be bittersweet when everyone does have access to one and they make it more streamlined and more user friendly, basically. Because I think that's a big component, just making it user friendly. But before we even share any more of our thoughts, let me just get to the chat, because that's, while we're here, we could have did a private live, right? But no, I'm here to chill with the people in the chat as well too. Shout out to Rowdy Rouse. She will be there this weekend. She said, I'm gonna hit up. Yeah, she said I'm gonna hit up Duarte for a head scan. So
nice.
Is that something that's a service that I think you mentioned before that you do? Yep,
I do it.
So you're gonna bring. I know. I try to catch him. On my wordplay to get him to laugh, because he's always so damn serious.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to bring your equipment to the convention to be able to do it there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Now, is it just like, so you head scan and you give them the file, or you head scan and you print it or paint it? Like, how does it work?
So no. So there's different, I guess, stages, different steps, but ultimately I'll just walk you through the complete process, right? Or one of the options, which would essentially be, well, the base option is, sure, I can scan it and literally email you the raw STL file, which is going to require a lot of post cleanup, because what happens is when you're scanning a person, it's also picking up artifacts. Like, so when the light bounces off little flakes or little dust in the sky around you, it'll pick up in the printer, and all that has to be removed. There might be some, some sculpting that has to be done in the face, hair cleanup, things like that. But if they're willing to do that and they have the guy, or they are the guy, or the printer, whatever, great. That one, literally just for that base scan, $50. I'm scanning it right then and there, send you the file. You got to clean it up. You got to make it print ready. You got to do all that extra work. That's on you. You're willing to do that. $50 get you out the door. If I'm scanning it, cleaning it up, also painting it for you, it's $150. That's the basically the price where it covers the scan, the cleanup, the print, where you get 2 unpainted heads for yourself to do whatever you want in whatever scale you want. And then the third one, I send painted by me to match, your skin tone, however you want to look. If they want modifications done, then depending on the modifications, the price would go up, meaning, let's say they're bald and they want like a fancy hairdo or a mohawk.
You could just say you're talking about me. You don't got to beat around the bush. You could say,
what fancy hairdo would you even get? You on dreads? Like, what's happening?
I say it all the time.
He wants the
man.
Allen Iverson,
So you explained
that's pretty
3
dope, bro. Yeah, 3 head sculpts. That's pretty
3
dope.
different options, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then actually technically there's a 4th, and I've only ever had one person do this. And there are people out there, they do not want their likeness used by anybody. They don't want that head sold because when I scan it, you're getting these cheaper prices, because ultimately if I want to offer a ninja head, I'm going to sell that to whoever's going to buy it to put it on their figures, etc. But if you're one of those guys that's like, you know what, I'd rather not, I want this just for me, or I give you permission to print it for me, but it's only my use and I want to own the file, I will give them the full finished, edited, cleaned up, print ready file, and that entire process is $300 for them to own the file outright, and for me to not be able to do anything with it because it's now theirs.
Well, I like the option of just because they could get, people have their preferences. Maybe they want someone else to paint it. Maybe they want to paint it themselves. Ryan used to have a lot of just a gray cast. You know what I'm saying? So I like that you'll do the scan and they can get that option, which is on the cheaper side because it's less work. I like that because it allows them to do whatever they want to do with it. It doesn't have to be completely finished and hot toys ready and looking.
Absolutely. Then they can send it to whatever the designer they want, printer, and do you Scooby-Doo.
Right. Everybody has favorite painters and favorite, and normally when I get a ramen toy product, I hit you up because I want your paintwork on that product. So very similar. Everybody has. But shout out to Rowdy Rouse. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And Jack Boy, man, using his member chat. What is good, Jack Boy? I hope you're doing all right, man. I know you're always working 24/7, but anytime I get to see your name pop up in the chat, I genuinely get happy, man. How are you and the family? I hope everyone's good, man. Shout out to Jack Boy. Thank you for being a member for 21 months. That's a long ass time, man. Thank you. Hope Jack Boy's doing okay.
Can we take a moment real quick? Because Blake, he said in the next 6 months, I'm changing out every single action figure I have to Ninja.
Look, see what's crazy is I'll try to ignore. I'll try to ignore when he's being ratchet, ghetto, or petty, and you bring it up. You condone it. So it's I can't ignore it.
Like, crashing out. Yeah, look how clever. When Duarte came on, that's what he wrote.
Yeah, that is clever. That is actually really clever.
Like it.
Let's see what else we got here. We also have. Go ahead. My bad.
Yojo Jerk said, "Yo gang." He said, "Look at all that crash."
Yeah. That's that stuff.
Yeah, people gonna be playing with that word for a while.
Yeah, let me get that crash.
Yo, Wakanda Forever. We there tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think he's gonna be obvious when he walks in a room because based off of his account, his Instagram account. Shout out to Wakandan Figure Slayer. I mean, he's always showing love to the Find My Figure ladies. I go through the news videos and I be seeing his comments sometimes when I'm talking about an action figure. So I'm not creeping. I see his comment. I clicked his profile and I'm like, he's literally just a tall model. Like he looks like a model. I know he's doing the whole Black Panther thing, but it looks like he could just cosplay his Blade and just walk around his Blade. Shout out to Wakandan Figure Slayer. He is a channel member and he will be at Toytuber Expo. If you are a channel member coming to Toytuber Expo, you will get a nice little articulated ninja book bag, a nice little goodie bag. There will be some things inside. Some of those things might be a little bit sus, but this is why you're a channel member, because you just don't know. You don't know what you're gonna get. So Wakandan, I can't wait to see you, man. I got to give you your channel member bag, and I'll also have the bags available at my table just for purchase. But if you're a channel member, you don't have to purchase the bags, you just get one.
Nice.
What else we got going on?
Rowdy, what's up again? I just want to say it. We saw that in the chat. Robert Infinite Realms, he says, hope Toytuber Congo is great. Can't make it due to the kids starting school, but I'm there in spirit.
Shout out to Robert Infinite Realms, man. I hope you're doing all right, man.
And then John Battle, he said, what's up, Find My Figure ladies and gentlemen and fellow collectors? Can't wait to kick it with you all Sunday, but are there any local comic shops in the area?
I'm sure there is. I know Duarte is more native to the area, but I know me not to being a native to the area. The American Dream Mall is pretty close. And that's literally not that far away, maybe 5 to 10 minute drive. And in the American Dream Mall, they have the Toys R Us store, they have the Tamashii Nation store. So that is pretty cool. I gotta look up to see if there's any actual local comic shops.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with any in that area.
Yeah, but John, you another one, bro. I'm gonna have your book bag ready for you, man. If you're a channel member, you get the free goodie bag. You don't have to buy it, man. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate you, man.
AJ Collect says, man, I love Ninja's channel. He has a pretty large following, but stays true to the community. Wish to get to his level someday. I just love his goat face icon on top of that.
I'm still small time, AJ, but I appreciate that, man. Compared to some of the names that we got coming to this convention, I am a small fry, man. Look, even Duarte says yes, because he knows it's not a lie. When you look at the overall subscriber count of everyone coming to this convention, I'm pretty sure it's over like like some of these guys are huge, man.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm just thinking, like, if you're a small fry, I must be a potato crisp. And like,
hey, I
just think about like Laser Pants, right? Like, oh, the potato, like he's involved somehow, you know?
Right. No, you're not a toy tuber, and
look,
we don't need to bring him into existence. We don't need to do that.
Oh my gosh.
White potato.
The white potato. Action Joe Figs.
Don't get us started.
Never
please,
hear me saying that again.
Got it. I already did, bro. I did. You didn't even realize.
I didn't even realize, bro. Action Joe Fig says, having over 40 years of engineering and design experience, I started designing my own stuff, but for the 12-inch line. 12.
Nice.
Duarte,
nice.
I love what you are doing.
That's
Thank
awesome,
you.
man. Over 40
yeah,
years
bro.
of engineering and design, man. And he's giving you credit, saying he loves what you're doing.
Thank you. Bro.
That is awesome. That's cool. Thank you so much for that, Action Joe. And that's all we do. All we do is try to show love to. We crack jokes on each other, but we try to show more love to each other than we crack jokes. Thank you so much, Action Joe. I appreciate that.
Really quick, because he's working. Guys, I miss y'all. I love y'all. I'm working.
Hey,
you, bro.
Shout out to my brother. Yeah, shout out to my brother Gary, man. We miss you, man. I hope you're doing okay.
Love you too, bro. Then Boomerang Collectibles, he's gonna be there on Sunday. He already let us know. He's saying that man, 3D printing is not easy. I have a pretty good one, but it's hard to make a masterpiece like Duarte made. Huge respect.
Thank you, man. Thank you. The struggle is real. The struggle is real.
It is real. Speaking of the struggle being real, bro. So something like this comes in 2 parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how many? I don't know if there's a question you can answer because it's kind of a business question, but how many failed prints do you think you have to go through to get to where you're satisfied? Because that's the thing. I could be satisfied with your prototype 1 or 2, but you won't be satisfied with it. So how many failed prints do you think you go through until you're satisfied with your product?
So,
because that takes time, right? And that's still money going out the door.
Right. Absolutely. I wouldn't necessarily call them failed. I call more, for me, a failed print is more like when the printer actually messes up and it's like leaves me spaghetti, which it literally did this morning. I was really pissed off.
Right.
But how many iterations did this helicopter go through before I was content with it? I want to say this one was 5 because I kept, every time I did it, I would fix that one problem and be so excited about it, and then overlook the other little problem and be like, you know what? That's got a little bit too much flex in it. Let me stiffen that up a little bit. Or this needs a little more flex because guys are going to be putting this in and out, and I don't want it to snap on them. And you know what I mean? So it took about 5 iterations for me to be like, all right, this is cool. You know?
Now that's interesting, and that's why I tried to word it the way that I did, because for you it took 5, but I'm pretty sure I would have been happy with 2. So I would have been happy with your number 2, and you had to get to 5 to get it as perfect as you got it here with the lights and everything. This is cool, man, and I think that this is kind of what separates a lot of 3D, because I'm one of those guys where I'm not designing nothing. I might mesh items together and like combine items, but as far as designing from scratch, I'm not one of those guys. So, but when you have that skill, I feel like it will always separate you from a lot of the other people when it becomes more mainstream. What do you think?
Yeah. So that's actually the same approach that I take to digital work, sculpting.
Because you have done, not to cut you off, but I just want to make it clear, you have done actual sculpting and design work for action figure companies.
Yes.
No, Valiverse, at DFW, he revealed that you work, but you've done for multiple companies, not just Valiverse.
Yeah, and other industries as well, like the RC industry. I did a lot of design work for those companies as well, where a lot of the engineering comes from, where it's required, right? So that kind of shows through in these things where I over engineer some stuff sometimes, but I prefer to do that, you know. So you know, I know what I do, you know, but I can't help it. Like, you know, kind of like her with the potato, it can't help it. It just has to come out.
Or them with Wawa, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, So yeah, it's very cathartic when you can get it right, but when you don't, it's very annoying and it's very expensive, because obviously every mess up is not just time, it's electricity, it's material, it's all sorts of things like that. So 5 iterations, and if I look at this thing, I'd probably go through 1 or 2 more and add or take away certain things, and you know. And I mean, you and Jerk helped for that too, right? Because you had some ideas that I was like, okay, you know, and then Jerk was like, hey, listen, you had ideas. You were like, the colors are off, and I'm like, cool, let's fix that. Your ideas are great.
No, I don't 9 times out of 10, usually when I'm lucky enough for you to show me a prototype, and I consider it to be completely done, and to you it's just a prototype. But I know 9 times out of 10, what you're showing me, I'm satisfied with. I almost never need to make no changes, and I think that's what makes me wonder. That's what makes me say, like, hopefully maybe in the future, because I got this question as a Instagram DM when I did the post. They said, how much longer until Duarte Studios is making factory products? That just ties into what I'm saying, is like, you bring me stuff and I got to question whether or not this did come off of a printer. It's strange for me sometimes. So we can answer that question. That question, I believe, was by Pack63. Shout out to Pack63 on Instagram.
So to not be that guy that's around the bush and I'm just being direct, one of the main reasons I haven't done factory stuff is because I just don't trust people, right? And I've dealt with factories in the past in other industries, and it's very just, you know, people steal your ideas, you know, they produce it faster, but it's a lesser quality, but then it's already tainted people. There are so many things that and that might just be even in my head, but similar to a lot of things in my life, I like to go against the grain. So when people are like, you can't produce 3D printed stuff that's, you know, as good or better than mass produced stuff, because just because it's mass produced, it instantly makes it better. And that's stuck in my head where I'm like, not challenge accepted. Like, I'm going to prove you wrong. So hypothetically, I don't need to go to a factory, but realistically, I absolutely should, because, you know, I got 20 of these sitting here behind me, and how long did that take to make, right? But if it was a factory, I'd probably have 200 in the same amount of time, and it can possibly be a little cheaper because it would be so much more in quantity.
Oh yeah, not possibly. Yeah, definitely would be. Yeah.
You know, but then the other question with that too is, I've also built a name and a brand on not just quality, but the artist work and my hands being I'm being hands on
every single product, literally every single product.
So will they still want to buy it even if it is $50 cheaper, but it's mass produced and there might be some defects?
I think they will, man, and that's why people ask. That's why I ask, because people ultimately want to support the artists, and it's similar to Valor. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people like you as a person, they want to support you as a person, as the artist, and they know ultimately it's still your idea, and you're still saying whether or not the quality is even good enough to still reach them in the first place.
Right.
So let's see what else we got going on here before we get into some more questions. Oh boy. Oh man, who let this motherfucker in the door?
White potato.
Shout out to Laser Pants, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. 199. He said, "Don't forget to pick me and talk her up tomorrow." Look, he said it like they were just gonna be standing out there after they got off the plane looking around, bro. Right,
hitchhiking and stuff. You better show some leg.
I don't know, like how does someone just forget that? Like, yeah, don't leave us stranded. Come on, bro, stop it.
You know what, I might because I might be held hostage by that guy that doesn't blink, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true,
because he gets there a lot earlier. I got to deal with his ass. Like,
facts. Shout out to Art G, man. He said, "What up, guys?" Art G is another Toytuber that will be at the convention this weekend. One of the hunt masters, man. Him and Disavowed, to me, are the two hunt masters. Shout out to Art G.
Yo, mad respect to them, bro, because I love Hershey's chocolate, and the idea that I have to go into a Target or a Target parking lot just to get some chocolate that'll take me 2 minutes. Shout out to these guys that be driving around like 10 hours, and you got patience of a saint, because I don't care how much I like that figure. I'd rather pay you guys scalper prices than me have to go out and deal with that BS.
It's not for everybody, man. And the early bird gets the worm, and normally they get the worm on every damn exclusive, bro.
I'm the late bird. I don't get no worms.
They find it, man. Let's see what's going on. You pulled up a super chat from Real Pack Photos. Wanted to show support and say congrats on creating Toytuber Expo. To me, it's a big deal and stamp on a toy community timeline. Wish I could be there. I wish you could be here too, man. Thank you so much for the love and support. You be on a few channels showing love and support, and I'm appreciative, man. I catch them over on the 3POA sometimes. Shout out to you, man. Keep them amazing photos coming. Thank you so much, Pack. I appreciate that.
You ain't lying.
No.
Thank you for supporting, and since you're throwing that change, you get to see them things.
And then we also have, Rowdy said this. She said 3D printing is fun, but my girlfriend does it for me. I can't learn all that. Can you talk about how bad the learning curve is?
It's actually, so the learning curve is not bad with the designing. Listen, this is me being the massive gatekeeper that I am. I tell people all the time, go to tinkercad.com. That's TINKERCAD.com. Do the tutorials. It'll probably take you, now they got way more than when I messed with the program like 10, 11 years ago, but do the tutorials. They are maybe an hour long. After you do that, if you can't start designing, then it's not for you. That's literally the most basic, most like user-friendly.
Dummies. Like, even I'll be able to understand it. Okay.
100%. Yep. But you're not a dummy, bro.
Nah,
you thought you was gonna catch me with that one.
Nah, I am. If it doesn't have to do with video editing, bro, I don't even. It's like I have some type of tism, bro, because it's like my brain just shuts down. I'm serious. Like, numbers start to move. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely somewhere on that spectrum, bro, because my brain just turns off all the time. Pack Rat 2K7, he asked over on the YouTube dashboard, he said, what is the 3D printer that you would recommend for someone starting out with 3D printing and having no experience whatsoever? Take your time, because there's so many out. So
there is, man, and I'm I'm never going to tell you to buy the cheapest one, because that's if you really want a challenge accepted, where you're like, oh, I could build printers, I know them, I want to be Captain Save a printer, right? That's when I would tell you to buy a really cheap one. But if you want something that's going to be user friendly right out of the box and have pretty much really good warranty, I would either go with Prusa, or I would do oh man, what's the other one? I'm drawing a blank right now. The multicolor one. I can't even think. The Bamboo Labs. The Bamboo Labs, but those two are probably going to be on your higher end, but you get what you pay for with them. They're really good about warranty, replacing parts. Bamboo Labs, I believe is US based. So you'll get people you could talk with on the phone. Prusa is in Denmark, if I'm not mistaken, but they're really good with the chat. It's like a 24-hour chat, and like I said, warranty's good. Their shipping is like 3-4 day. They do FedEx International Express shipping. So those are two that I would recommend, where I'm like, okay, if you mess something up, they will walk you through it. They will, back everything up. Every other brand, yeah, they're cheap, or yeah, they might work, but the warranty sucks. Or in my case, I can't get parts to fix them. Stuff is out of stock all the time. You're going to probably speak to somebody either in India or in Asia that has a really bad accent, if you're trying to get stuff done. So, those are just things to factor in. But I would stick with those two companies if you really were trying to get serious about it.
You're doing a whole lot of gatekeeping tonight, man. I just wanna let you know. You talking about Tinkercad, the tutorials. You're doing a whole lot of gatekeeping. Thank you for answering that question. And that was over from the Q&A that I posted in the YouTube studio on the dashboard.
Awesome.
Action Joe, he did comment earlier before the last one, and he said, good evening, gentlemen. I grew up on G.I. Joe in the 70s and started 3D printing things for my 12-inch Joes. Love the content, my friends. Greetings from Texas. I just wanted to pull that up because I love when we have people from different states tuning in, and I like that idea. Like, I can't believe someone in Texas is watching right now. Similar to when we have people commenting from England and all these other places. Thank you so much, Action
I'm
Joe.
in Jersey. I'm in Jersey, bro.
Right, you are. Yeah, that don't count though. Nobody counts Jersey. Nobody likes Jersey. That's why it's so hard.
The armpit of America. That's
right.
What I call
it's so hard for me to get people out to Jersey to have a good time this weekend.
I'm starting to run out of shit to bring them for.
What is going on, Abi? I hope you're doing all right, man. Thank you for being a channel member. And he will also be at Toytuber Expo this weekend. He's coming down with one of his main cosplayers, Jenna. Let me see. Can I pull this up? Yep.
Well, is Mr. International.
Right. He is. And at the Toytuber Expo, you'll be able to meet and greet Jenna Say What. And I'm excited. I'm super excited, man. Shout out to Figure Fight Club and Abi. Who else we got? Kansas City, Missouri in the house. You always got someone watching it. Hey, Utley, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I know, man. It's just the more the better. The more the better. I'm a little dirty kid from Astoria projects. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't supposed to have nobody tuning into me. Let's see what's going on. Hustle says, when MSRP on 3D printers becomes more cost effective, it'll be a great day for customization.
That's very true.
That's what we talk about with things getting more mainstream and just streamlined in general and user friendly. Because over the years, I'm seeing everything get a lot more user friendly. I'm sure when you did that Tinkercad, even if it was just a tutorial for dummies, I'm sure they made it more user friendly since then. Like more simplified.
There were a lot of things from an engineering perspective that I would be working on this thing and be like, why can't it turn this way? Why can't I get this 3D view like this? Like, why wouldn't they do this? And then I kind of stopped using it for a little. I go on to other things, come back, and I'm like, oh, they added that feature. So yeah, they're constantly upgrading and making it so easy to work on. So much so that they've implemented Arduino as well for people that want to do programming of LEDs and sounds and functions and stuff like that into their 3D printing. They got circuitry. Like, it's definitely the best course you can take for free.
Okay. 78 points in the building. Bro, I brought you up earlier. You should have been here. Where were you at? What are you doing over there? So yeah, I brought you up earlier, man, saying that I wish you could have made it out to this convention. I hit you up late, and the crazy thing is you don't live down the block. Actually, you don't even live on the same, what can we call it? Not continent. But
yeah, technically, yeah, continent.
So It'd have been nicer if you lived down the block, bro, but we brought you up earlier, gave you some flowers. I hope you're doing all right. He said, greetings from Indonesia, nerds. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I'd rather be called a nerd than a lot of other things, so thank you, man.
True.
Before we get to more questions, I'm just still saying what's up to some people. Tito says you guys are going to have a blast this weekend. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. And of course, man, we got the Masher man himself in the building. For those of us unable to attend Toytuber Expo August 17th, which is this Sunday, how can we support the convention or people like Duarte to show love?
You want me to answer that?
To go? So the way you could support, the Found My Figures ladies is just tune into their Instagram. They will be going live, walking around the convention, of course. So that's the way you could support them. There's nothing else you could do, man. You're a channel member for me, so I don't need any more support from you. Stu, you're already a channel member, and you've been awesome since you joined up, man. I'm really happy that you joined up, man. Thank you so much, Stu. Duarte, is there a way that your supporters and your fans can support you?
So yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back hand in hand, right? So they're supporting me, of course, by purchasing the products, but I also want to support those people that did want to come but couldn't come for one reason or another, which is why during the show hours, the website will reflect the prices of the show so they can get the show prices. They can order these guys here behind me. I'm not going to put any limited quantity on what you can order because I had a plethora of people reach out to me after the video went out with yours, after Jerk put out the review, where they were like, yo, they're going to make more trouble bubbles. Is this going to be like a one and done? I have 4 trouble bubbles. Can I order you? And I'm like, bro, I know you're going to like army build. That's why we tried to keep the cost as low as possible while giving still all the bells and whistles. So you'll be able to get these online the entire day on Sunday for $125. If you don't happen to get it then, I'll have it up for the $150 after that, but that would be the best way that you could support someone like me if you're not going to go. And also it helps with the show itself and everything else. So yeah, I think that would probably be the best way.
That makes sense. No, that's pretty cool. So basically, you don't have to be at the show to get the show pricing. Just go to duartestudios.com.
Yep.
Okay, that is awesome. And you did bring up the price, which is very interesting to me because it's hard for people to tell, but this thing is longer than a vamp. Obviously, that's because of this nice long piece back here. But in general, it has lights. It's easy to break down. It's easy to take apart, easy to put together, and it doesn't fall apart at all. Like I said, sometimes I'm amazed by how you fit things into things. You know how that sounds? I'm amazed by how you fit things into things. And I don't know how you did it. Don't laugh. So let's see what else we got going on. I appreciate you, Stu. Thank you for even asking something like that, man. It just speaks on your character.
Absolutely.
And I'm
trying to avoid some all of that information.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid some of the questions because we're gonna blitz them in a second.
Oh,
hey yo, Frankie, like man, he said can't wait to cricket this Sunday. Wawa on me and Duarte don't start. All right. Duarte started laughing before I even finished reading the thing, so he already started. So yeah, good luck with that, Frankie. You got a question too? Okay, let's. RG said it's a. G, I'm not reading that, man. Thank you. Oh man, see, it's certain words. Like if I say that G word, I'm probably not gonna be able to live it down. So thank you. Oh man, one of your biggest fans is here.
I got a fan?
Yes, man. I heard this guy was a really, really big fan of yours, man. Shout out to It's Chad, man.
Yo! He
said, right.
Suckers.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. I'm glad It's Chad is in the building. He will also be at Toytuber Expo, and I really appreciate him getting on a plane solo, man, because I know he does not do planes. So unless he already started walking last week, I'm glad that you're getting on a plane, man, and you're gonna be.
It's a big deal
for Toytuber Expo, man. Yes, it is a big deal because he stays down there for a reason. I appreciate that, Chad. Thank you, man.
He's gonna kiss the ground when he lands.
Something humorous that you would understand right here. This is very humorous, and you would get it. Shout out to the man, the soldier Eric, right here, man. He said, "Ninja, have you decided the base question to our next in-depth discussion?" No, I haven't, man. I'm just happy that question got smoothed over and went over as well as it did. Because if you go online and you watch some podcasts and stuff, sometimes it doesn't go over that smoothly. But your daughter's amazing, man. So that's the only reason why the question was asked, because she's usually a really good person to have conversations with. You and her together, I feel like I get both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? So I will try to think about more interesting questions that I'm sure you would love to be a part of, because Eric does not hide when he agrees or disagrees. He does not hide.
That's true. That's true. He wears it right on his sleeve.
Yep. Shout out to Eric. Babe, you want to read it? Because I don't know how to read that little squishy mellow. That squishmallow.
Oh no, it says, "Yeah, I'm gonna fly." Only for all of you.
I know. I see. Just so unnecessary. So petty Betty, right? We appreciate you, bro. Thank you for getting your ass on that plane. The next ones we got to get on a plane is Jerk and Gaines together. We got to get them on a plane.
He said, Jerk said, "I was rocking the Crash upside down in my review. Duarte made the Crash a monster." I didn't even realize.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was just.
Not
it
even
was
realized
awesome,
the
man.
video was dope though.
Yeah, your review was awesome, man.
It was. He did a great job on that.
Shout out to Woody. Woody said, "What's up, peoples?" Yep, facts. Shout out to Woody.
What up, Woody?
A question from Scott Hughes. I think it's a pretty good question. He said, I have a related follow-up question. With 3D printing getting to the level of production, will the production increase their game, or will production increase their game? And what would that look like? So with 3D printing getting to the level of actual production pieces, will that make actual production pieces increase their game?
Yeah, without a doubt. Absolutely. I don't see how it wouldn't, because it would be, unless they're going to go backwards as a major organization and say, we can't compete with these third party, fourth party people. We're just going to sell like these base figures at like a $9.99 or some stupid cheap price that's not even worth arguing over. That's the only way I would see them winning. Besides that, no, I think a lot of it's going to be, what do you mean you can't do it? That guy in his mom's basement just made this, you know? It's going to force
that compare and contrast is going to hurt. I mean, we do it now with just action figure prices, right? So same exact logic, man. John Battle said, Mr. Duarte, is there a specific plastic you go to for better quality of products?
There are specific plastics that I go to for better servicing or better utilization of the part. For example, if it's a part that's going to be spinning a lot, wear and tear, things like that, I'll probably go with ABS or PETG if I want a little more flex in it. But 90% of the prints I'm doing PLA plus, because believe it or not, PLA actually has a very strong tensile strength compared to a lot of the other ones that I mentioned. But the problem is people print the parts with the wrong settings or the wrong infill. Maybe you don't have enough perimeter wall, or your infill is not enough. Those things will not only affect the print quality itself, but also the structural integrity of the part.
And so that's why you need a course out, right? Because you started to say words that sounded like Egyptian hieroglyphics to me. So, and I'm sure if they sounded like hieroglyphics to me, I'm not the only one. So this is why you need a course, going all the way from Tinkercad to dummies to a final product, basically factory feeling helicopter in your hand. Yeah, you definitely need a course out, bro. Thank you so much for that question, Battle. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I love the questions, by the way. I thought I was going to get the typical, you know, like, do I enjoy long walks on the beach? And, you know, what's my blood type?
What's your favorite color? Exactly.
Yeah.
Nah, my guy's kind of hard. And I still have some more for you that was asked on Instagram. BX Medic Man, he said, "Sup Ninja, found my figure, ladies. And Brother D, can't wait for Sunday. As always, feel blessed to have met you all and consider you all friends." You already know, BX. You already know, BX. You're a channel member, so make sure that you get your goodie bag, bro. You got a goodie bag. Thank you, man. What was you about to say, babe? I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, make sure you stop at the table. I was gonna say what's up and make sure you stop at the table.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of other tables. I want everybody to be at other people's tables. Y'all not gonna have time to stop at my table, honestly. Y'all see me at other shows. That's what I see BX at other shows. So
then you're gonna be hiding.
Facts. It's chat says, Mr. Duarte, why does it? Oh
God. You're such a dick, bro.
Shut your stupid ass up.
Anyways, stop.
Why would you ask me that? What makes me the specialist to answer that question?
Shout out to 3D Articulated Figure Photography, man. He's been around for a while. Thank you for supporting. And he said, hello, everyone. My question for Duarte, would you just eventually just buy his plastic injection machine and mass produce that way? So buy a plastic injection machine and mass produce that way.
So there's a reason that figures don't get made here in this country, right? And that's partially one of them. So like in a perfect world, owning that machine wouldn't necessarily make it better or faster or even feasible, so to speak, because there's just a lot more involved in just having that machine. And I don't think that a lot of people understand that like some of these machines are the size of like a truck. They're massive. Like think of Donatello's coffee machine, how it's like the coffee cup's this big. Why is that thing like 4 stories tall? And that's what some of these injection molded machines are, because the plates that they use for the molds, those things are like solid steel blocks or, you know, whatever metal they use to make them. But these machines weigh tons, right? So yeah, no, there's so many variables that just having that would not be, it wouldn't be realistic unless I owned like a factory and I was a millionaire, in which case I would probably be another Hasbro, you know?
That's true. That's kind of disappointing, low key, because I thought it was simple.
It is.
When I was growing up, I had a creepy crawler machine, and I thought it was just something simple like that, bro. Technically, I was making molds in my creepy crawler machine.
Yeah.
So I love that thing, man. Good question, figure photography. Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm.
So Ayo Frankie, I don't think he's being funny. He said, so
I came in late.
So I came in late. Oh,
yeah.
So apologies if you've already spoke on this. Did you start out creating dials with foam, epoxy sculpt, mud, then wanted an easier process and then went to 3D printing?
No, so I actually went to 3D printing because I wanted an easier and quicker process to produce the accessories that were highly detailed, that took the longer time for me to make for the dials. But the overall dial, that was never my goal, because I enjoyed the foam carving and the cutting. And truth be told, I can do, you know, I can print, or I can hand cut a wooden floor for a tavern, let's say, 100 times faster than I can print it in that exact size. So certain things are definitely printing all the way. You want these little tiny micro details, perfect. But to do like the bigger stuff, I still prefer the foam for lightweight, for cost, for time, so many other reasons.
Okay. Thank you for that question, Frankie. That was a good one, man. Boomerang Collectibles, man. What is going on? He said, what's going on for Sunday? Super excited. I saw all the panels and other cool stuff happening. I am thinking of a special channel member chant or handshake. Hey, teach it to me, bro. We gotta figure out something. I'm excited that you're going, man. I'm
bringing my hacky sack.
Facts. Thank you for being a channel member, Boomerang. It helps a lot, man. It goes a long way. Thank you, man. I'm excited. Make sure your ass walks up. Make sure you bother all of us. I need everybody to be their most
come
annoying.
Say hi.
The most annoying you've ever been, because I could have just stayed home. I didn't have to stress myself out trying to do this shit, talking to all these people, trying to put this together for people to not talk. You know what I'm saying? So This show, you're supposed to be annoying. You're supposed to. I'm going to be annoying. Shout out to R. Wallace, man. He said, hey, now logged. Good night from Trinidad. What made you want to start your own toy con? Okay, so that was for me. It's not even for my special guest tonight. I had a lot of good experiences at other conventions, man, and I wanted to do something on the East Coast. And some conventions we went to, like DFW, we met amazing people like Blake and Zakanen and Mython and Bev and Eric and his daughter. I really just wanted to bring something to this side, basically. And I was just so tired of looking around at the toy space and all these guys arguing over dumb shit. I don't like this toy that you like, or arguing over prices, or trying to prove their masculinity and other very stupidity. Like, the stupidity was at an all-time high, and I was just like, man, I want to make something that everybody could just have a good time. Like, no ego, no pride. We're all adults walking around that convention for toys. Like, there's no need to act tough, bro. Like, nobody there needs to be acting tough when we all prioritizing these little things. So I really just wanted to create a space where everybody could just kind of escape for the day, escape from all those things that society puts on us, like having to be the tough guy or masculine 24/7. Maybe I understand why you might have to do that when you walk to the corner store, but this isn't a corner store, man. Everybody here is chilling and just want to buy some toys. But that was my motive, Wallace, man. Thank you for asking. My man, Wakandan Figure Slayer, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much for being my friends.
He said, excited to meet everyone Sunday. I'm sure you'll be meeting people probably before Sunday, depending on when you show up. How early can I buy stuff? My flight back to Sweden is at 5 p.m. Or you can buy stuff starting at 10 a.m. as soon as it starts, as soon as it opens. So yeah, it's as early as 10 a.m. you can start buying stuff, man. Appreciate you, Wakanda. I'm excited to see you, man.
Oh, another thing, not to interrupt you, but I thought about that now when he said that. So before I forget and lose my train of thought, another way that I'll be helping out, you know, and not just channel members, but attendees in general at the show, I'll treat it like my website. You spend over $160 with me. Let's say you're flying wherever you're going. I'll package and ship it to you for free. Obviously in the US, if it's overseas, I can do it too, but it'll be cheaper, you know, than you doing it yourself. But if you're one of those people that is afraid to buy a lot of things because you don't have a way to get it there, I'll help people out with that.
Because it's not like your stuff is the smallest, technically. So, you know, your package isn't the smallest. And with that being said, it's very. When we travel to conventions, a big concern that me and the ladies have is how we're gonna fit stuff back into the suitcase.
Facts.
Right. We don't want to have to pay another $100 or more, right? Or have to buy a suitcase. So that's awesome that you'll be willing to honor that if they live in the U.S. and international. You'll work out some other things with them. But that's awesome, bro. Thank you so much, Wakanda. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, great questions.
Plastic Boy Wonder, man. Shout out to you. Thank you for being a channel member. He said, what up, fellas? Question for Duarte. When is the mech coming? I know you.
It'll be there this weekend.
All right. So you'll have it on display.
Yeah, I think the mech will be doing the panel with me.
Okay. That is awesome.
Yeah he'll be giving everybody the thumbs up.
Right.
Unless you're Chad, then you get a different thumb.
All right, so you're gonna talk about the mech a little bit more at the panel because I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a question about it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'll be there to answer a lot of those questions.
Okay. Thank you so much, Plastic Wonder Boy, man. Wallace also said, question for Duarte: do you plan to start making your own action figures?
The ideas crossed my mind for sure, but truth be told, I rather support the companies that are already out, and I rather other people that I know do them and me support them in my way, because genuinely speaking, there's various ways that I give back to people in this industry and followers and supporters and, you know, even people that do what I do. But I try to think of different ways to be able to give back, and I think that that's one of them. You know, I think that ultimately, I'm trying to see how I word this. Help me out here.
Nah, bro, you be having everything smooth and down pat.
I know.
So action figures, to me, I don't really look at it like that is for me, it's stressful, and I enjoy action figures the same way I know you do. But I'm kind of, when I saw the question, I was like, I just want the answer to be no, because I don't want to lose what you do outside of action figures.
Yeah, so
I don't want to lose that. I don't want anybody to lose that.
And truth be told, I'm very like, that's probably the furthest thing on my mind to do, because I want to give back in a way where, you know, all these great companies build these figures, but none of them really give you the accessories or the dio or the world, so to speak.
Things that complement the figures.
Right. So I kind of feel like I'm filling that void, and I feel like more people like Detour and other people that you mentioned, and other just people that we've met out there and in shows in the industry that are trying to do their own version of this. And, you know, the other guy earlier that was doing the 12-inch line 3D printing stuff that's been, you know, designing for over 40 years. And I think that that's awesome. I think that doing that, you're going to be able to cater to these so to speak niche kind of industries, right? Where maybe people don't want to, but there are those times that companies drop a figure and I'm like, I should have done that. I would have done it way better. I would have done it like this. And well, why don't you? Right. Well, why don't I? Right. You know, but no, I don't. Now that would probably be the last thing on my list, because I want to keep giving back in other ways and catering to the community in ways that we need to fill that void.
Okay. Good answer, man. King of G, man. Shout out to King of G. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much for being my friends.
And shortly after that, King of G came right back again with the Duarte, how much do you love Ninja? That's a that's kind of a trick question, man, because I think he's always busy, right? So, but when he's not busy and he does bring me something, and I don't really give him ideas, I just question a lot. And I think I question him so much, I kind of get on his nerves when I'm like, so why'd you do this and not that? So, and then if he responds like, why, is there something wrong with it, or you think I should change? I'm like, no, I like it. I just want to know why you did it. But I question everything, and I think he might find it annoying sometimes.
Nah. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm one of those guys. See, I question everything too. My answer to that question would be, why are you asking me that? What's behind that? Like, you know, because there's levels to these things, right? And a lot could be not a lot for you, or a lot more, or so it's like, well, what's the end result to the question, so I could know how to better answer it, you know?
Yeah, so G, I think the answer to your question is sometimes 50-50, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that, G, to be honest, bro. Thank you so much, G, for the super chat. I appreciate that, bro. We also got Figure Fight Club. He said, Duarte, you bring in a strip club dial, the under the table one. You see, you be saying shit, you be talking, and the chat never forgets.
But you know what, though? I love that they have selective memory, though, because I specifically remember saying that, yeah, I'm going to drop that. I'm going to make that. And but it's going to be at Legion's Con.
Okay. So that'll be for Legion's Con. Yeah, I'm not being greedy. I already got the Toytuber Expo exclusive. I'm happy with that. And speaking of that exclusive, Woody said, I see Duarte got my crash kits ready in the back. Yes, your crash. So yep, I'm ready. Assuming with anybody that knows Woody, he basically just ruined the whole convention, because all of those are his in the back.
Yes.
You basically just showed his tonight, bro.
That's Woody's palette.
Right, that's Woody's palette. So if you're not Woody, you kind of assed out, man. Go to the website.
Yo, Woody's going to get jumped in the parking lot there and be like, he's got him. That guy. Get him. He took them all.
I'm just catching up. Suka said, is there a map that has deodorant station marks for people? Yes, there is. There better be. The deodorant station will be right on my table. There'll be a little bowl. Please do not reuse and return. Just keep. Take
that is absolutely disgusting.
Bro, reuse and
return.
Bro,
opens up somebody... a whole fear factor, okay?
Bro, if they did that, that's the problem. Those are the people that shouldn't have came.
Those are the problem people?
Okay. The ones that they think that way, that they could just like stick their finger in and my germs it, like, no.
My germs.
True. B&B Toy said, just caught up on Jerk's video. Damn, nice work, Duarte.
Thank you, sir.
And we also have Let's see.
Jerk doesn't realize how nice and how helpful that video was for me, because I'm that guy that I don't mind explaining to you how things work, and I don't mind showing you as many times, but to do the video and explain it and like think of how to do the instruction like I'm not an instruction manual kind of guy. Thank you, bro, because that
his video was super helpful, bro. He literally walked it through from 0 to 100, everything. Yeah, 100%.
How does this go together? Check out this video.
True. Stu for Lunch said, what music or artist does Duarte listen to while making stuff in his lab? Now, I know you're a music head. We don't have time to sit here and for you to name 150 bands. So just name 3. 3 people, 3 musicians.
In what genre?
Right. See, stop.
In what genre, bro?
Whatever genre, whatever is the most consistent for you.
90s and early 2000s hip hop, right? So you could take your pick. It could be anything from Lil Wayne to 50 Cent to Eminem. Lloyd Banks is one of my favorite rappers, so that's always in the playlist, right? Tupac is in my top 3. Rock music, I'm like Five Finger Death Punch meets Ozzy Osbourne meets Korn meets Pink Floyd. Like I'm all over the place with the stuff. So I think to better answer the question, it's the music I listen to depends on not just my mood, but what it is that I'm working on. Is it something that I'm beating the crap out of, like cutting in with foam and I'm like Edward Scissorhands and I need something fast paced and like with a lot of beat? Or am I like sitting here cleaning these things and gluing them real carefully? I might want to play some Mozart in the back. I don't know.
Damn, man. I thought you was going to say Jigglypuff from the Pokemon. I really like Jigglypuff's theme song. It's very relaxing, bro. Helps you go to sleep.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not trying to go to sleep. That shit do be putting you to sleep.
Facts. Good question, Stu. I also got a question from someone on Instagram. This is Robbie Ray. He said, how often do you cut yourself? That's a good question.
All the time.
I figured you would just show up your hand or something like that.
So check it. So I stopped giving a shit, other than like, I'm not reckless, right? I'm not cutting a finger off or like having to get my finger stitched back on. I'm not doing any of that. But I stopped caring for the smaller things because it's inevitable, especially at the speed that I work. If I did not want to get cut, then I would have to work extremely slow, and I can't do that. And I also stopped caring because after so many cuts, burns, all that stuff, they become calloused and it doesn't matter anymore. Like I literally cut myself and I don't even bleed anymore.
I mean, that's one way to, I guess, evolutionary adaptation. I guess that's one way that it could work.
I don't condone it. I'm not telling everybody to go out and cut your fingers, but
right. That is one way.
Let's make that clear.
Stitch, man. He says, Stitch, has Duarte announced the price for the not Trouble Bubble upgrade? Yes, I announced it. I think Jerk mentioned it too, but this entire thing is just $125, and I say just to $125 because I don't even think it'd be that price from an actual company when you get to see how big this thing actually is. And it also has lights, so for the size with the lights and everything, that's why I say just $125, because I was actually impressed. Duarte knows I'm a stickler when it comes to the price. And I couldn't give him any pushback when it came to this thing. This thing is really, really nice, man. So it's $125, and it'll be $125 available also on the website the day of the convention, Sunday.
Listen, these people need to know, man. They don't see or hear a lot of the background stuff, and like you say it, and I know a lot of your followers believe it, but I'm here to double down on it. This guy legitimately fights for you guys when it comes to pricing, he is always on top of that. It's never like, oh, whatever you say, bro. He literally, if he feels like the price is a little high, he'll come at me and be like, I think it's high based off of X, Y, and Z. And I'll either push back or I'll be like, you know what? You're right. So like I do,
times where with your cost and everything, you can't afford to go lower. You're going lower than minimum wage if you go lower with the time, the cost, the energy, and the R&D. Like, so there's some times where you can't, and I appreciate when you break it down for me like that. But I also appreciate when you do try to compromise, and you do try to not be like a lot of these other people out there with their Gucci and Prada prices. So I appreciate it, man. Yeah,
listen,
man.
I try to make it attainable to everybody. At the end of the day, I know I'm definitely not the cheapest, but you're going to get what you pay for, and I stand behind everything I make. So I can't speak for anybody else other than myself. So
there's
as long as I back
for everybody,
up,
bro.
you know,
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's a market for everybody. Like,
without a doubt.
Zekiverse, man. What is going on, man? Thank you so much.
Damn! Thank you for supporting, and since you're throwing that change, you get to see them things.
Zeke, man, he said, Dawn, I wish I could make this Sunday, but I got to take care of some stuff. At least I'll be able to make it to Legion's Con. Much love to you, Ninja Duarte, and the rest of the Ninja clan. I hope everyone has a great time. Zeke, thank you so much for supporting. You're already a channel member, man, and I will make sure at Legion's Con you get your channel member backpack from me, because I'll have it at Legion's Con, man. I guarantee 100%. Legion's Con, I think, is already booked, but I'm gonna have some of the channel member backpacks in the car. So when I see you at Legion's Con, make sure that you remind me, make sure that there's something that you get, man, because I definitely appreciate you. Like I said, if you're not a channel member, you could purchase the backpacks. They're like mystery backpacks. You don't know what you're gonna get inside. It might be kind of diddy. We don't know. We don't know what's gonna be inside. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
But you could purchase the backpacks. They're only $10, but if you're a channel member, the backpacks are free. I appreciate you, Zeke, man. Thank you so much for that, man. It helps so much, especially right now with the convention and everything else going on. I appreciate that, man. And another question that we got over from Instagram was Bat Jerry says, will the feudal set be available in person at the Toytuber Expo?
1000%.
Okay. So your printers are not only working overtime on Woody's order that's behind you, they're also working overtime on previous in-stock items.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty good to know.
Yep. And they started shipping for those that did pre-order them, and the rest of the orders will go out at the end of next week. So yeah, everything's looking pretty good. I'm not going to have a boatload of them. The other thing too that I figured I'd bring up now is I will be doing a rain check, right? So I don't want it to be your fault that you didn't get enough because I didn't make enough, or, you know, there just wasn't enough time. So at the show, I will be selling these. I'm going to do one per person. Obviously, you can order as many as you want. If you order 4, I'll ship you 3. It isn't going to cost you anything extra, and you don't have to worry about taking it home, but you will get to take the one home until I sell out of those. And the same goes for anything else. So if you show up and something is sold out, I will honor it. I will honor the price you pay for it. We'll email you the receipt, everything, get your address, and ship it out to you within a week or 2.
That's awesome. So if I buy one at the show and I can't buy another because they're all sold out, I don't have to pay for shipping on what you're going to ship me that I pre-order at the show, that I pay for as well?
Nope.
Okay.
It's free shipping.
That's cool, man. That's dope. That's awesome. See, there's certain stuff I can't even give you no pushback on if I wanted to.
The only thing that you can give me pushback on, or anyone can give me pushback on, that obviously I can't do anything about when it's sold out, is you know, you're not going to get instant gratification. I can't give you that, obviously, right? Yeah, so, but if you're willing to wait a week or 2 for it, you'll get it right away, you know?
Yeah, no, that's true. Let's see. Okay, speaking of waiting a week or 2, Get Back 88 on Instagram said, is there a way to speed up your manufacturing time? I've ordered before and I was happy with what I received. I just wish printers would print faster. Dude, that's dope, man. That was a past customer, clearly.
Dude, you are preaching to the choir, brother. So a lot of times, and I say this, in a perfect world, right? A printer just prints, a computer computes, I work, but we don't take into consideration, you know, flash floods, power goes out, blows out a CPU on my printer, and now I got to get it, and it takes 3 weeks, and now I'm down 1 printer, which means I'm down, you know, 37 hours every day that goes by that I don't print. So now the backlog, like, I can do the math for you here that would make your head explode. But ultimately, I thought that getting more printers, thus having more employees, printing more parts, yes, that's great when they work. When they don't, then you have a boneyard of printers that aren't working, and you're actually spending more time fixing those instead of doing the actual work, thus taking longer. There's so many variables, but the short of it is, like, no, they're really, unless they can invent a printer that you can, like, press a button and it's instant. Right. No.
Okay. Thank you for answering that question. Candyman, thank you so much for being a channel member. He said, with the panels being streamed, will the panels be streamed or uploaded to your channel for people like me that unfortunately can't make it this time? Thank you for all you do, man. Nah, man. Thank you, Candy, for always being a channel member, man. You've been around for 17 damn months. I was just going to say you've been around for a long ass time because that's how long I've been looking at the name. But 17 months, man, that is a long ass time, man. Thank you so much. So I'm supposed to go tomorrow and start to figure out all the audio and video stuff and hopefully try to figure out a way to do that. If anything, because I don't want to jinx it and say, oh, Wi-Fi is going to be fine. Wi-Fi is always fine until you get a few hundred people connected to it at the same time. Prior to that, Wi-Fi is always fine. So I don't want to say anything about the going live, but I will definitely try my best to get it recorded and then upload it to my YouTube channel for sure.
That'd be cool.
Thank you so much, Candyman. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being a channel member. And House Hendo, man, he said, Duarte, would you design figures not necessarily making them, but working with companies you support on a release here or there outside of the play sets, like a full character, monster, or vehicles?
Absolutely.
See, you're trying to be nice. I was just going to say, he could have also answered that question and say, I have already.
Right. That was actually my first thought.
See, I bet it was. Yeah, he definitely has already. And this is what I talk about when it comes to his experience with working with multiple companies in the action figure world already. And Valorverse is an achievement in itself because Bobby Valor is a really big stickler. So for him and Valor to have a meeting of the minds and for Valor to like a lot of what Duarte has created, I was like, oh, okay, I'm sure that definitely wasn't easy. I feel like it's always easier when you're working with someone that necessarily isn't an artist. It's easier to impress someone that's not an artist. And just generally speaking, he's not an easy guy to impress. Valor is not an easy guy to impress. So I think
he knows what he likes, man. You know, those are the ones that are hard because they know what to look at. They're scrutinizing because they do it to themselves.
Facts. Wallace also said, Duarte, what has been your favorite piece to work on, and is there a project you were looking forward to working on in the future? Be careful, don't get in trouble, because there's shit you don't even want to be telling me that you're working on. There's shit that you tell me, hey bro, I signed this NDA, I can't say nothing.
I got this
Don't
thing.
sit there and not give me nothing and give them everything. Don't do that.
You're fired.
Right.
There is definitely something I'm very excited to work on that I can't tell anyone about, for sure.
Get him out of here.
And what have I worked on that I had the most fun with? I guess just going off the word fun, all my Metal Slug stuff, man. Like I had a lot of fun with that.
You are such a little Metal Slug hoe, man. I'm not even gonna lie, man. You and Mad Hatter, bro. And Mad Hatter Mad Hatter knows I love him, man. But you and Mad Hatter, the way y'all love Metal Slug is crazy, bro.
I love that little video game. I don't know what it is about it. Just man. That I have the most fun with.
Yeah.
And actually, a close second. Because these guys are killing it. They're dropping drops every like few months and they're hitting deep with the cuts. Joy Toy 118 TMNT, man.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
True.
A lot of fun with that. I literally just got the last series in today, actually, Series 6. And, bro, those figures, they're a work of art, man.
That Metal Slug video you posted was really good, too. Like, it was edited good. It was entertaining. Like, just like that kind of little short.
The little short, bro. Frankie killed it. Frankie, shout out to Frankie,
right?
bro.
That was Ayo Frankie. Yeah, Metal Slug, and he killed. I don't even know how much of a fan himself he is. I can probably say he's nowhere near as big of a fan as you and Mad Hatter. But for him to still translate it that well, I would think he was a huge fan, right?
Exactly. No, he took his detail, like his direction very well, and he asked a few questions just like, oh, what does this do, or what are the sounds, or but he, bro, you like you said, you would think he was a big fan because he did a great job on that video.
Right. And speaking of that, we also have, thank you so much, Play With Toys, man. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Any updates on the Metal Slug tank project?
Yeah, so I'll have them on display at the event as well, and they're still in schedule to start shipping before Legion's Con, and I will have them at Legion's Con for sale as well.
Okay, thank you for that update, and thank you for that super chat, Plastic. I appreciate that. I know we're gonna miss some because there's quite a few questions coming in here, and we are slowly running out of time because I do want to get to the private channel member chat. So if you are a channel member, make sure that you hit up that private live right after this. I already made it, and let's see, can I drop the link into the chat? Yes, that should
private
be
chats
the link
be
for
lit.
The channel members. Yeah, that should be the link for the channel members. I want to get to that. We don't have a lot of time tonight because I do have to be up super early to start to get things done and get the ball rolling for the convention this weekend, tomorrow morning. Let's see what else we got going on. Suda, man. Suda Huba. He said, what's shaking? Found my figures, Duarte and Ninja. Unfortunately, I cannot make Toytuber Expo. I blew out my knee and I can't drive. I'm so disappointed. Bro, life happens. Life happens, things happen, and ain't nothing ever going to be more important than your health. So don't even worry about it. Don't prioritize anything else. Do what you got to do, man. Heal up, Suda, and hopefully we'll be able to see you soon. Thank you so much for being a member for 9 months, man. That is a long ass time. Thank you for every month returning, having a good time with us, Suda. I really appreciate that. I like it. His photo, I'm getting with the font and everything, I'm getting Aladdin, like Arabian Night vibes.
Oh,
like yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. Thank you so much, Suda. Thank you for using your channel member chat. Thank you. And then we also have Jukebox Hero _21 said, question for Duarte. Where you at for the shipping on the Street Fighter Ken stage Dio?
So I did those in batches. There were 3 batches overall I did before I cut off pre-orders on them, and the last batch I plan to ship at the end of the month. I'm literally waiting on boxes. I had to order big boxes to put the pieces in because they're 2 feet long, so I can't just ship them in regular boxes, so I had to wait for those. And I think I'm waiting just on the chain for the little dock area because I had to order more of that. See, the problem, and guys, I've been doing this since 2013, doing this like 3D thing and designing and business, and even still I learn new lessons every day, and one of which is never underestimate the amount of people that want something, because in my mind, I'm sitting there going, I'd love to sell 10. I'm probably going to sell 5. And when you sell like 30 or 40, you're like, I didn't have enough material for this.
Before. You've been surprised before.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better. That's also to segue that I didn't drop Guile stage and a few others that I have worked on in the behind the scenes, because I want to make sure that everybody gets their Ken stuff first, and I want to make sure that the wait is a lot less. I understand that people wait 2-3 years apparently for a Mezco figure and things of that nature, but I don't want to be that guy. You know, I want to try to get things as fast as possible, but at the end of the day, I am just one person, so I do appreciate you guys hanging there with me.
Yeah, thank you everybody for being patient. I'm sure that goes a long way for him. That's a really good question, Jukebox Hero. Thank you.
Yep.
John Battle said, using his channel member chats, man. Thank you. You only get 1 a month. Thank you for using it. It said, this is like the final trip before school starts, and you wish it would last a little longer before reality sets in, and you have to go back to work Monday. Very true.
Facts.
Very damn true. Matt with the 2 T's says, that Trouble Bubble Chopper kit is off of the chain. Duarte Yojo Jerk reviewed it. Most impressive. Yes,
thank you, bro.
Yes, it's impressive, and I think Jerk once again did an amazing job on that.
Excellent.
Review, he killed it. Hey man, don't forget, you don't want to get your ass beat, man. Don't forget, man. So that was a lot of the questions that was in the chat. I saw Unparalleled Universe do this. Shout out to Unparalleled Universe. I've seen this on other channels as well too. So we're just gonna start to adapt it here. I like that Duarte has had no prep time for any of this, and I like to make things interesting for him versus when maybe he falls asleep or he gets bored when he's on someone else's channel, like 3POA or Laser Pants. Here, I don't allow him to do that because we just be shotgunning him with a lot of stuff. But over here we play this tiny little game, and this game, I
like games.
Yeah, this game is called choose one over the other. It's super simple, right?
Oh no, it's never super simple.
It is.
Not with you.
Nah, it is. Don't do that. Don't do that now. Don't do that. This game is super simple. It's just called choose one over the other. Okay. You think you're ready to play? I had to stop the music.
I'm ready. All right. Yeah, I know. I got serious. I had to stop too. Like,
what music is this? It's not do 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 do.
Nah, we don't want to get the copyright from that. So no,
unless she does it.
Music.
Right. What if I do it?
Because it's a nah. You won't need to. It's okay. Because I need him to. I want him to pay attention. So this is a simple game. Choose one or the other. But once you start, you can't stop.
Okay. All right.
You sure?
But how long am I going for though? Because you said once you start, you can't stop. Like you can't stop. What if it's 24 hours? It says
Nah, you can't stop. There's a few questions. And
I ain't gonna lie, Duarte. I'm scared for you, bro.
Nah, you're just indefinitely picking one over the other.
Can't stop, won't stop.
You're indefinitely picking one over the other. You cannot be neutral. And if there's one that you cannot answer, so let me explain it again. If there's a question that you cannot choose, you can't choose one over the other. The only answer you have to give, or that you can say, so it's clipped and it's on the internet and the ether forever. Don't laugh.
Damn it.
If you cannot answer, you have to say Laser Pants has the biggest hot dog I've ever seen.
Damn, bro, what the hell are you setting me up for, bro?
Listen, because I'm confident that you're a confident man, so you'll be able to answer every question, and you'll be able to choose one or the other in every question. But you're allowed not to choose if you absolutely can't. if there's some NDAs involved and you can't, just know you have to say Laser Pants has the biggest hot dog I've ever seen. Okay. All right, you understand? Okay, so you got the rules down. Let's get into this.
Hello. I want to play a game. And this game is called Choose One Over the Other, or simply COD. Choose or Diddy. Don't think, just choose. Time starts now.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
All right, I'm ready to play a game.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
3D printing or foam carving?
Foam carving.
Mezco or Joy Toy? Mezco or Joy Toy?
Joy Toy.
Valiverse or Classified?
Valiverse.
Feudal or Viking?
Feudal.
Cars or action figures?
Cars.
Boobs or booty?
Booty.
Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
Hot glue or crazy glue?
Hot glue.
X-Acto knives or box cutters? X-Acto
box
knives
cutters.
Or box cutters?
Box cutters.
Ayo Frankie or smoke detectors?
Oh. How much time I got to think about that?
Ayo Frankie or smoke detectors?
Ayo Frankie.
Ayo Frankie or watermelons?
Ayo Frankie. I hate watermelon.
Ayo Frankie or grape soda?
Ayo Frankie.
Ayo Frankie or Jordans?
No, you gotta ask about them foam posits.
Ayo Frankie or Jordans?
Ayo Frankie.
Nikes or Jordans?
Jordans.
Jordans or foam posits?
Foam posits.
Food or drinks?
Food.
Third-party figures or officially licensed figures?
Third party.
Domestic companies or import companies?
Import.
New Jersey or New York?
New Jersey. And I hate it.
NECA or Mezco?
Mezco.
Turtles or Power Rangers? Turtles or Power Rangers? If you cannot answer a question, you have
Power
to
Rangers.
say...
Power Rangers.
You really don't want to say it. Okay. Jada Toys or Storm Arena?
Storm Arena.
Shredder or Shao Kahn?
Shao Kahn.
This is the last question. You ready for it?
No.
3POA or Mega Powers?
You better say it.
I knew you were gonna.
3POA or the Mega Powers podcast. If you cannot answer a question, if you cannot pick one over the other, you have to say Laser Pants has the biggest hot dog I've ever seen. You have 10 seconds. 3POA or the Mega Powers podcast.
Jerk said, damn.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I guess you're about to talk about Laser Pants' hot dog. So can you do me a favor real quick? Can you look at your camera? Can you do me a favor? Look at your look at your camera. And can you please say Laser Pants has the biggest hot dog I've ever seen? You're a pretty intelligent guy. Can you please look at your camera and say Laser Pants has the biggest hot dog I've ever seen? Just look at your camera and say that, please.
Can you repeat it one more time?
Just look at your camera and say it.
Okay. What am I saying again?
Laser Pants has the biggest hot dog I've ever seen.
All right. Now that you've said it officially 10 times, I feel good about saying it once. So Laser Pants has the biggest hot dog I've ever seen? That one? Sure.
Thank you so much. I really welcome. Appreciate you playing. I appreciate that, man. That was good. You had a few tough ones in there, bro.
I did, bro. I did. I had to really think about it. I was like, man, Mezco and Joy Toy, and then I'm like, well, how many screw ups have I had versus not had, and consistency over inconsistency? It's not that hard when you speak from a technical point of view, but then you drop that gem at the end, and it's like, all right, well, I'm picking one up tomorrow. I'm seeing the other one the next day.
Right.
Like,
yes,
I get, like it sucks, bro. They're like tools, right? Like some are good for other things, and others are good for,
Right.
So
you got a star screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. I want to keep the toolbox, full of options.
Exactly.
Damn, that was good, man. That was good. That was the first time you did something like that, right? That needs to be a main staple.
That was the first time. Yes. When I do have a guest on, I will be trying to put them under some pressure. I could have asked other questions like your ex or your wife. It could get really bad. It could get really, really crazy. So I wanted to try to keep it light. Look, I wanted to try to keep it light. So
you better answer your wife.
Look, Stitch is already trying to cover up for you.
Like big for
yeah. Same color too.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't matter that I had to repeat it so many times because I'm just saying the rules to the game.
Yeah. I'm the one that said it. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I know. I played the game until the game played me.
Facts. You got a message from Jerk there, man. Shout out to
he
Woody,
would be
man.
the one to be taken literal, like, well, it depends. Are you a sharp tool or a dull tool, right?
True. Woody, I genuinely wanted to know. I wanted to know where he would fall out on some of those answers. It was very interesting.
Did I surprise you with any of them?
You surprised me with how quickly you answered Mezco and Joy Toy. Do you remember what your answer was?
Yeah, no, I do. I do. And there's a reason for that. Like, I'm not going to lie to you that and I know you can relate, and a lot of the collectors listening to me can relate to what I'm about to say, but there are just some toy lines or certain figures that just for a lack of better words, they do it for you. They put you in this very like childish kind of like giddy, happy, excited, like that's where Joy Toys turtle line puts me. Like when I get these things in the mail, like I'm super excited to open them up and play with them. And what am I going to create next?
I'm really surprised, bro, because I don't know if the audience knows, but like obviously we don't get to talk often like that, but you and Mezco go way back. And as far as you just being a Mezco collector in general, I'm really, really surprised you chose Joy Toy over Mezco.
Dude, the consistency for them. I'm a person that believes in.
You gotta love what Joy Toy is doing, bro. I know you recently started doing the Warhammer stuff, but as far as like you mentioned the Joy Toy turtles and stuff, like you're definitely a big advocate for Joy Toy now.
Yeah, dude, the consistency is really the thing for me, because that's one of the things I strive to do with the work that I do, is be as consistent as possible. So I appreciate it when a company that can easily be inconsistent due to, you know, employees that don't know what they're doing or somebody messing something up, like they're pretty on point.
Woody said the Joy Toy turtles are on the way from Big Nerdy as we speak. Oh,
nice. Man. Good shit. He still got them in stock? That's awesome.
That's crazy. 78 agrees with you, man. Joy Toy turtles are so good. They got me buying characters I don't even know. So that's how good the quality and the consistency is.
They cut deep.
And now they're doing, I love the way the ninjas look as far as the Foot Clan and stuff. Like,
yes,
they just look good, man. They look really good. Not my scale, so I cannot open that door. I am not as successful as Woody yet. When I grow up, I will be. So I'm not opening that door at all yet, man. But you're always welcome to join me on a private live if you want to, bro. I really appreciate you playing that game. I know you didn't see other people go through it, so you kind of had no idea what you were walking into.
I love that, though.
Bro, you took it on the chin, bro. You was handling it like a champ, man.
Until the end.
Right up until the end, bro.
You knew. You slick, too. You're like, I have an idea how he's going to answer most of these, but I'm going to hit him with that one trick question.
Yeah, just make it difficult for you to pick, you know? Because I know you're kind of a Diddy lover to both sides over there. So
I know, man. I love them both, bro. You know,
on who Diddy party you would attend to. I was curious, bro. That's it.
Listen, it's okay if that statement's true. If he does have a big sausage, that's fantastic. You know, I'm happy for him. You know?
Yeah. Even like Stitch said, if it's big for a Vienna sausage, yeah, it makes sense.
Listen, it's big in somebody. You're always bigger than somebody else. Always. Even if it's a 2-year-old kid that you happen to be a 7-foot giant and they're 24 inches tall, you're bigger. You know, you'd be all right.
Oh man. You went into the realm of micro. That is crazy. That is wild. 7D brought up a good point too, because I think this is similar for you. You don't have a lot of 1/18 scale brands, right?
Me? Nah. The only thing I have is all Joy Toy. It's the Turtles and the Warhammer.
Joy Toy for you for 1/18 scale. Wow, Chad would be very proud of you. I don't think he's here anymore, but I think he would be very proud of you to see you praising the Lord's scale.
Well, listen. Chad's the reason I make these same accessories that I'm making for the 12th scale. I make them for the 1/18 scale because of Chad. The ruins, you know, the craters, all that stuff. So
yeah, facts.
Catering.
So this is Woody's new achievement he unlocked. This is how he super chats now. This is how he flexes on everybody. He just puts cash emoji. So I still bring it up like a super chat. Because even Woody's emojis are successful, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to tell you, Woody, I got to give credit to Woody. Woody is one of the very, very few customers that I have had the pleasure of doing business with, that he knows what he wants, but he doesn't want to see it till it's done. And I love that, because it takes a certain level. It takes a certain level of trust. You know, that's no different than going to your tattoo artist and being like, look, man, I want a star, you know?
Yeah, you're wilding.
And I don't want to see it till it's done, but you're sitting there going through the pain and stuff. So, you know, people I've heard, I think we've actually had other people on your channel and other channels too talk about the same thing, where they go, you know, I don't really like doing commission work because I don't like, you know, maybe I'm not going to make the customer happy. I don't, you know, and I thrive on that stuff, man. Like you would think that it would be like, well, what if they don't like it? Luckily, I've had people like it, but you know, if they don't, I tell people like, listen, if that opportunity presents itself and they don't, I hear them out. What don't you like about it? So I could change it, fix it, or explain I did it that way because, and then a lot of times they'll say, oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. That actually makes sense. You know, and that's the over engineering, right, with stuff. So shout out to Woody for having a lot of trust in me to do this big project that I'm unveiling for him this weekend at the show, because it's huge, and hopefully he does like it, because I would not want to do it over again.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the final product of what Woody got to, because I was trying to ruin the surprise and let him know, like, I could talk to you about, you know, when I seen it in the background and stuff like that. And he didn't want to hear none of it, so he was literally walking away because he didn't want to hear nothing. So
bro, on the feed he told me, remember that little branch? He was like, yo, can you put that away, bro?
Yeah. So nah, that's awesome, man. I know that you're busy, man. Thank you for stopping by. Like I said, you're always invited to do the channel members. So in 5 minutes, if you are a channel member, we will be live over there on the private live for all of the channel members. I dropped the link in the chat earlier. Here it goes again. I will also post it on the dashboard just for the channel members. But did you have anything that you wanted to tell everybody before signing out and getting ready for Toytuber Expo?
Nah, man, I'm having a blast. You know, this entire process has been great. A lot of the people reaching out to me because of the exclusive and just things that I've been dropping, and, you know, the videos that you've been sharing on the things that I've been doing and things like that. So I'm really blessed to have a lot of these people reach out and be very patient too, you know, with the process and everything else. I'll definitely be on the members live with you guys. I appreciate, you know, you guys tuning in and allowing me to answer your questions while also, you know, putting together these nice little kits with you guys, because I'm always constantly doing a million things at once. But as you can see, multitasking. Yeah, listen. I got to, bro.
you got your boy BK. Shout out to BK, man, who's always helping out and stuff. But I mean, realistically, the job that you're doing is a factory job. We need at least 5 to 10 more doing what you're doing. So, like, you know, some of the questions that we got is like, hey, what can be done to increase the time that they get
employees?
Yes, I guess that's the only thing.
Employees, and we'll get there. You know, the more orders I get, the bigger and things become, the more, you know, revenue that's made. Trust me, guys, I'm looking for talented artists all the time, people that are willing to put in the same amount of effort and work, even if it's on the stuff that anyone can do, but it'll help take things off of my plate and be able to get things out to you guys faster. That's the ultimate goal.
Right. Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you giving me some of your time today. Like I said, I know that you're busy, man. So thank you. Woody, he said, I got mad respect for everybody on the screen, seen and unseen. The ladies appreciate that, bro.
Hell yeah, man. You already know, bro.
I don't know if maybe she let Chico out or not, but thank you guys.
No, we're here. Sorry. We were just laughing because we were thinking about all the food runs that we were going to take, but we didn't want to make this about food. Sorry.
You see what they doing, bro?
See, this is why it's that Wawa life.
No, we outside. We're excited to see everybody on Sunday, but we're also excited to hang out with everybody this weekend. So,
hell yeah. Saturday's going to be lit.
Thanks.
Once again, Toytuber Expo this weekend on the 17th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I appreciate everybody that's going to come out. Thank you guys for chilling with us and tuning in for this long. Like I said, if you're a channel member, hit up the private live. We about to be over there, man. Like I always say, life is short. Try to appreciate it more than you complain about it. Peace.
Toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't wanna grow up.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
They got the best for so much less.
You'll really flip your lid.
Some bikes to trains to video games. It's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz. I don't wanna grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
Once a Toys R Us kid,
always a Toys R Us kid.
Welcome to Toytuber Expo. This weekend, August 17th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tons of action figures for sale. A wide variety of figures and vendors, including Valiverse, Mythic Legions, Empire Toy Shop, and a ton of vendors with everything from Marvel Legends to classified to NECA and Mezco, and tons in between. Customs, dioramas, and accessories from Duarte Studios, Detour Customs, and Lone Wolf Labs. Q&A panels all throughout the day with a huge announcement from Valiverse during the panel. Tons of toy tubers and collectors unite to laugh, chill, buy action figures, and have a good time. All in one place. Toytuber Expo. This Sunday, August 17th, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, Holiday Inn.
New tooling.